Alrighty, so got the 6S X-Maxx that's all upgraded, and then we got the Arma Kraton with the awesome bug body. I love these bodies. And it's time to have fun because we've been doing a lot of wrenching since we've been out here. And yeah, blast time. Would you look at that? I can go more than 10 feet away from myself without running out of range. How awesome is that? I love you, Kraton. You're the best.
I know. I'll do my slippers loose again.
Slipper problems. Should have got a Kraton. That's okay. The Dementor is down and out too.
Ooh.
Chassis slap. Woo! Woo!
I don't know if tightening it down right now is going to even do any good.
Probably not. There's something going on. It's backing out on you.
That lock height didn't give it enough time, I don't think.
Yeah. RC, that's part of it, everybody. If you expect to get into RC and just never have any issues, just come out and just everything be perfect every time you come out, that is not the case. You spend a lot of time wrenching, a lot of time trying to figure out what's going on, spend a lot of time running back home to get what you need and get a bash session in before you have to do something else. So it's definitely one of those things where it's never perfect, but it's so much fun when you finally get out and have a good bash session that it just makes all the other headache worth it, for sure. Nothing's perfect, but it is. Perfectly imperfect. Oh my god, that was horrible. That was horrible and perfect. Like I just said, like I was just talking about, perfectly imperfect. Woo! And Kraton saves the day. I know there's a lot of good RCs out there, and I know the Kraton, while being one of them, isn't the best ever, but I just feel at home with this RC. Like, I feel completely confident in this thing's capabilities. Like, it's hard to describe. I just know 9.5 times out of 10 that I'm gonna bring this thing out and just have an absolute blast. And like I was talking about earlier, you know, there's always gonna be little mishaps, but just it's so hard to describe just how this thing feels to me. You know what I mean? I believe that the Kraton is the perfect RC for me. Absolutely, 100%. Because I can just do this with the Kraton. Just come out here, have fun, have a couple wrecks, a couple mishaps. Even if I ended up breaking this thing, which, like I said, 9.5 times out of 10 I won't. It's a blast every time I drive this thing. And it just flows so smooth and effortlessly across all this stuff. This setup I have is absolutely perfect for my driving style and how I like my RC to feel. It's got tons of power, but it's not too much power that I can't use it. I can floor this thing on 6S. It's got enough spin in the tires while being able to grip perfectly for me, for my driving style. being able to drift and slide around and have fun, but still make it where I want to go. And the occasional, you know, barrel roll. So that's what it's about, everybody. Like, if you're thinking, you know, if you're watching this video, you're probably already a seasoned hobbyist, or, you know, you at least have been in the hobby a little bit. But if you're new to RC, I would suggest just prepare to have frustration, prepare to spend money if you're planning on getting into RC, but plan on having loads of fun once you find the truck that is right for you. And I found that in the Kraton, and luckily for me, the second RC I ever owned was the Kraton. So I was able to find mine, you know, pretty quick. And outside of the 4 and 8S version of the Kraton, I've owned every version of it. And I do have to say, out of all the versions that I've owned so far, the 4S version is probably the most capable. All right, let's go see what Gabe's up to, if he's getting that thing figured out or not. That was me just a few seconds ago, right before I pulled this beast out. Look at that. Look at that. Love it. Love it, everybody.
Dust cover back on and we'll be good.
Good to go.
All right.
These things are such beasts. Any RC you ever get in your life will have issues, everybody. Just keep that in mind. No matter what you get, nothing's absolutely perfect.
No. Especially if you drive them like you're having fun, you'll always break them.
Yep. If you're not breaking something every now and then, you're not RCing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes. Beast mode. Ooh. I have to learn to pay attention to my own stuff. At least I wasn't blazing that time. I love the tail whips it does. The X-Maxx just likes tail whipping, and I'm okay with that. I am totally okay with that. It looks cool. Jumping over the X-Maxx, or not.
I can't hear crap you're saying.
Woo!
Man, I like hesitated.
He who hesitates, I'm not gonna finish that. Why, there you are, Mr. Kraton. So good to see you again. Yes! Woo! Oh, oh, I popped the lipo. This is exactly what I was talking about, everybody, with mishaps happening. Is that my ESC? I don't think it was my lipo.
Dude,
let's turn
something
this off. And let's unplug this. It came out of that side.
Dude, that's weird for it to do that coincidentally the same time that it collided with the my truck.
The lipo pack's not even warm.
Dude, what was it?
I'm pretty
right here, look at this. You got goop coming out of your...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the ESC just pooped on me.
Yep, that's exactly what it is too.
Okay.
The ESC.
That, I have a spare ESC, the actual upgraded one of that. So that's not a big deal. I was super scared that this thing was going to burn to the ground if I poked a hole in this thing. Well, I talked about it the whole time. This is the 0.5% that the Kraton actually has something happen to it. This isn't the Kraton's fault though. This is something I put in here. So that's not Arma. That would be Thunder Tiger. It's not even hot. So I'm just kind of wondering why it popped, but you know, things like this happen. It is what it is. I guess we'll watch the X-Maxx. Let's do this, Gabe.
All right.
Perfect. Woo, God, that's not easy on the gears, man. Full reverse after full forward. Perfect. Like it.
Yeah, that wasn't my best moment, for sure.
I love the tail whip factor, dude. It's so cool that that thing just tail whips.
I'm dead.
You came unplugged. Ooh, one last crash with the X-Maxx. Well, it was a rough day, but how do you feel? How do you feel, Gabe?
Rough day. You know, it's part of the hobby.
Part of the hobby.
You beat the hell out of these things, and what do you expect, you know?
Yeah, we're not nice to these things.
No. No broken parts though, which is good.
All right, so I got a burn up ESC. He had slipper clutch issues.